Man, that's sharp. And they've got a good price on it too. What's up, all you beautiful family? Welcome back to the channel. You caught me. I'm on my cell phone. I'm actually on, no, it's nothing bad. My wife would think so, but I'm actually on Facebook Marketplace. It's an addiction, fam. I can't help it. If you're watching this channel, you're like-minded. You're like myself. So you've also got the addiction. So don't point the finger at me. I'll point it right back. But yeah, I think there's going to be possibly an addition and a subtraction to the bad LSX garage. If you want to know more, stick around, stay tuned. Let's roll that intro. You don't get in a car like this and smile, there's something wrong with you. Oh yeah, that's perfectly fine, yeah. If you would like, is this your personal cell phone? Okay, this is also mine, so if you would like to, just text me the address and then I'll have it on my phone and then I can just put it into Google Maps and that'll work out that way. Okay, that works. All right, I'll see you first thing in the morning. Okay, I'll see you in the morning. All right, bye. What is up, all you beautiful YouTube family? Welcome back to the compound. Welcome back to the Bad LSX Garage YouTube channel. As you can see, things are kind of getting stirred up a little bit. Things are getting mixed up. What's going to happen? I don't know. You'll just have to wait and find out, just like I'm going to have to wait and find out. You probably already know where this is going, but just in case you don't, the Jeep has got to go. We're saying bye-bye to the Jeep. I've recently put it on Facebook Marketplace. It's been on there about 2 weeks. I've got a lot of bites for the Jeep, but I'm looking more to trade. At first I was looking for Fox body Mustangs or some kind of Mustang, something I could maybe put a Coyote swap in or possibly maybe even do an LS swap in, but I've kind of erased all of that and I think it's time to, well, just let me show you. I think it's time to go back to a truck. In fact, a regular cab short bed, whether it's the old body style or the new body style, I'm not sure yet. Now there's a lot of nice trucks on here. For instance, this truck, it's a 2005 GMC Sierra 1500. It's a sharp truck. It's actually in Tennessee. I've actually thought about this truck a little bit. It's got the Escalade interior. It's got a 5.3 with a cam, big 72-68 turbo, but it's somebody else's build. I want something that we can build together on this channel. And what we gonna go to, I don't have a clue. I've got several that I'm supposed to go look at. Just so you know, the truck I'm going to look at tomorrow may be the one or it may not be. But either way, the truck that you will see in the next clip will be the truck. Now, keep in mind, it's more than likely gonna be unmolested and it's gonna look like a Papaw truck. But that doesn't mean that it's going to stay that way. And what it does mean is we got a lot of work ahead of us. Stick around, stay tuned. Let's see what happens, fam. Listen, fam, I'm not 100% sure where we left off in this video. I realized I could go back and actually look through the GoPro and through the footage and see, but I don't know, let's just talk about it. Let's just do a quick recap. The last I remember was I was actually standing over here in the corner 2 months ago and I talked to somebody, I believe in Louisville, about a truck. We drove up there to look at this truck and it was ate up with rust. It was on a car lot. The whole cab corner was gone. It had a new bed on it that was painted, but it didn't match the cab of the truck. It was actually 2 different shades of color. Just a mess, and they wanted $14,900 or $15,000, something around in there crazy, for this truck that was absolutely junk. So we hightailed it back to Richmond, Kentucky. Then I found another one that was actually in Paintsville, Kentucky. Good looking truck online. The pictures was perfect. It was what I wanted, 4-wheel drive. It met all the requirements. Let's just put it that way. So we trekked the 3.5 hours up that direction to go look at this Silverado. Got there and you could tell that this truck had been rode hard and put out wet. Everybody and their mother had drove this truck that worked in this little shop area. It was pretty much the shop truck. The tires was blony skins in the back. The front ones, he had put new ones on. The truck had been repainted. It was a pretty truck, but the paint was full of fisheye and just, it was going to have work. You open up the door and look at the interior. The door panels are hanging off of it. The dash is all busted out of it for $15,000. But he did decide to sweeten the pot. He took me upstairs into his shop and he had laying there a polished up precision twin turbo kit that went with. After 2.5 to 3 hours of thinking on it, because honestly, that caught my eye. But I had to step back and realize I was just buying the kit. I wasn't even buying the truck because the truck wasn't worth what he was asking. So I trekked back the 3.5 hours once again here to Richmond, Kentucky. And trust me, the and thens keep going. We looked at one actually in Nashville, Kentucky, looked online, talked to the guy that was at the dealership. He said it was a beautiful truck, and it actually was. I'll put pictures of it as well. Beautiful looking truck, black. What's something that caught me off a little bit though was it's a 2-wheel drive, but it had the little flares on it like a 4-wheel drive, which, you know, that's nothing really too odd because I know some older people who would do that. They think it looks good and they would do something like that. But I also know some people who would do that just to hide some stuff. So I asked the guy on the phone, has it got rust? How does it look? And he said, it looks immaculate. It's a good looking truck. Come look at it. So we drove another 3.5 hours. There's something about 3.5 hours. I don't know, because there's no trucks, regular cab short beds around here. Didn't even tell anybody that we was at the dealership. Just walked up. First went to the driver's side, run my hand across the back side of the fender well on the cab, or on the bedside. I mean, you felt a little rust, but you know, it was okay. Went to the passenger side, done the exact same thing, and pushed completely through the bedside and hit the flare. And actually pushed the flare out about 1.5 to 2 inches. There again, jumped back in the Jeep, trekked the 3.5 hours back, but we didn't make it to Richmond, Kentucky, obviously. You know the whole story if you've watched the video. We got stranded. The transmission went out of the Jeep. So here we are again. Now, if you've watched the previous videos, you're already up to date. You already know that we had an issue with the Jeep, that there was transmission issues and all of that stuff. We had to roll back, bring it here, and I changed the fluid and filter, and well, I drove it around here. It turned out good. It's okay. So while the getting was good, I wanted to get it out of here. Now, I didn't want to trade it to another car. I didn't want to trade it to a personal individual, because myself personally, even though I think it's okay, I don't know 100%. I'm not a full-time, what you would call full-on garage. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a transmission guy at all. So I can't say 100% that it's okay. But I did have several offers from like Carvana, Kelley Blue Book, and several different dealerships. Well, my wife actually talked me into taking it up to Lexington, Kentucky, to this particular dealership. We drove the Jeep 45 minutes up there. They drove the Jeep about an hour and a half, put it up on the rack, looked at it, and they actually came back with an offer better than even what I thought. So needless to say, I jerked their arm off. Now, you can call me a bad guy for that if you'd like, but you would do the same thing. The Jeep is gone, cash is in hand. So now what do? Well, we go back to looking for a regular cab short bed Sierra or Silverado. We actually went and looked at this truck yesterday and drove 2.5 hours. Yes, 2.5 hours this time, not 3.5. Drove the 2.5 hours, drove the truck. Now the truck isn't perfect. It does have some issues, but that's okay. We like issues. We don't like a whole lot of issues, but we like a little bit of issues. That gives us content. That gives us things to work on together. This is the truck. So we made a deal. Without further ado, here it is, fam. The new to us, the new to the channel, the 2018 regular cab short bed Silverado. If you're a long-time subscriber to this channel, you know I had a 2016 Silverado extended cab in blue. Good looking truck. And I told you guys then, if I ever got rid of that, I probably would never go back to this body style, because we know that they have issues. They have the Chevy shake, they have lifter issues, and well, they have transmission problems as well. But honestly, I could not pass this truck up. Most people are asking for a cat eye what I just paid for this truck. Now, as you can see, it does have the chrome snowflake 20s on it, leather seats, and the little fold down console, bench, whatever you call that. And got the little drink holders and stuff in it. It is a 5.3 truck. Is this truck truly an LS? I don't know. You guys fight over it in the comment section. I don't know whether you call it an LS or an LT. To me, it's still an LS platform. It's an all aluminum L83, so I don't know. Now let's tell you the cons. It does have the Chevy shake. I'm pretty sure it's the Chevy shake. I'm not 100% sure, but yes, knew this when we drove it. He told us it was shaking before we drove it. He thinks it's a tire, but we're not 100% sure, and that's just something we'll have to figure out. That's why I did ask for the stock wheels. That way I could switch things out and kind of see. We'll figure it out, guys. That's just part of it. You know, you can't say no to something. Somebody's got to figure this problem out at somewhere down the line. So it may be me, it may be somebody else, but somewhere we're going to get this truck fixed. 98,000 miles. Yes, original 98,000 miles. So the truck ain't really even truly broke in yet. The tailgate has some dents and some dings on it in it, so we'll probably replace that. But other than that, I mean, really, that's about the only cons there is. Now, what's the plans for this truck? We're thinking probably, more than likely, a 4.6 drop. Maybe go a little more. I don't want to C-notch it, so that's why I'm thinking 4.6. Depending on the wheels, I like the wheels. I like the way they look. I like the snowflake wheels, but they may have to go. We may end up going a different route with the wheels later on. Not 100% sure with that. Bed cover. We obviously got to get a bed cover and cover all this up. Now, I was thinking a hard shell, one of those hard tonneau covers, but that's too much weight, and then, yeah, we're not going to mess with that. I'll just probably get a good hard bed cover that looks good and sleek on it. As for the interior is pretty nice, but I'm thinking it does have that rubber floor mat. I want to put carpet in, and I do want to get rid of that drop down seat. I want rid of that. I'm going to put a full console in it. And as for the motor, the 5.3, I don't know what's going to happen with that. I've got several ideas and several thoughts. It may go twin turbo. It may go pro charged. It may go supercharged. Hopefully some people will get, you know, on board and help us out with this project. I feel like this video really doesn't have a theme or a purpose behind it other than just an introduction to the regular cab short bed Silverado. But if anything, I want to push the whole to be aware of what you're purchasing, be aware of what you're buying, whether it's a motorcycle, car, truck, whatever it is. Now, there's forums out there on everything. You type in what you're looking for and there's a forum for it. You can look on that forum and they'll tell you what the problem may be with, like, their transmission, if there's transmission issues, engine issues, down to pinpoint everything, even rust issues. So I knew going into this that, like 07 to 13 Silverados and Sierras, they used a crappy metal in those years. So with that being said, that's why I was on the hunt for a specific truck without all that rust issue. Now, if I'd have went to Nashville not knowing what I knowed and not knowing, you know, why is those flares there? I would have thought that was a beautiful truck, and I would have bought that truck and brought it home. And then, what, 2 or 3 months later, I'd have been putting a bedside on it. So you have to be alert. You have to be aware. And if you don't know, that's not a bad thing, guys. Educate yourself. Listen, if this is a video that you want me to make, if you're young or old and you don't know what to look for, put it down in the comment section. There's nobody going to laugh at you at all. I just want people to be aware. I don't want people being taken advantage of. And if you're on Facebook Marketplace, I've even seen it in car lots, car dealerships. I've seen it personally within the past 2 months. And that, family and friends, is a wrap for this week's video. If you've enjoyed this video, you know what to do. And no, the motorcycle content is not going to go away. Just as soon as I get a little break in this weather, we hitting the road. I just got to get a little break. I can't ride in snow, or I'm not going to anyways. Family, I love each and every one of you. Don't forget that. And until next week, you ready? Let's do this. Peace. I'm out.